Minister, you recently addressed, and I follow you a lot on Twitter as well, you included the measures taken against Rwanda, humanitarian situations also in the eastern part of the DRC, the elections, freedom of expression. You also discussed that, and the exchange that you had recently with Mali Faye, Deputy Secretary of State of African Affairs. Could you please, Mr. Minister, tell us, just a little bit, elaborate on the details regarding the measures taken against Rwanda, and provide additional information on how the United States, where you are right now, it's supporting the efforts to restore peace in that region, because we know how that has been affected.
Following the President Tshisekedi's statement made in New York, while he was addressing UNGA,
right,
about the role of United States in the situation in the east of the DRC. First, we appreciate the measure that was taken by United States government against Rwanda. But we strongly believe that it's not enough. Because if you have to look at very well, the humanitarian situation is very catastrophic. And you all know that this year we are preparing elections on December 2020. And we want those elections to be the most inclusive election we never had before. And in that condition today, I don't think people from Rutshuru and Masisi territories under occupation of M23 and RDF will be able to vote. That's why we think that I had this conversation with Assistant Secretary Molefi,
right,
to make sure United States is aware of all those questions more than they are, and then to ask them to do more,
right,
because there is an official report of UN experts detailing, giving details about Rwandan top officer military, the way they kill and they massacre people in the eastern part of the DRC. We strongly believe that even if we are talking, we are negotiating about the implementation of Rwanda roadmap, there is some measure must be taken to make sure Rwandan side is doing what they have to do. Because what you are witnessing today in the ground, there is a kind of statu quo. We've been speaking about pre-cantonment after the ceasefire, which is relatively respected by both parties. But when it comes about this next step, about pre-cantonment, we are not able to continue for 2 months here now, because Rwanda doesn't want to clear the road, to give access to our military to Romangabo camp, which is the seat.
Which is going to make it harder for the elections to actually
Of course, because speaking about elections,
right,
in those parts occupied by M23, there is Congolese people. Those people deserve to vote in a condition of security. We know those people, when they were invading this part of country, destroyed the electoral materials. So that's why we as government, we are speaking loudly about the situation, because we strongly believe that we may lose time, lose the moment to organize what we call the registration for the compatriots, for the voters in this part of the country.
Right.
That's why we are urging American government to do more.
To do more.
And I think the message was understand, and they will see what they can do on that level. But despite the fact that we spoke about the situation in the East, we spoke, of course, about the relationship between two countries, and which is a good as it was in the past. And we hope that in the coming days, we can do better about investment. We want to see more American investment
investing in the DRC.
You know, DRC is working today on changing the narrative. We are working today as country solution about the climate problem, about the green revolution. DRC has the solutions, and we think that United States need to invest more than they are doing now. We are working with some institutions here in Washington to make sure we are answering to some questions about the Millennium Challenge Corporation, to make sure we have some indicator we are working on to make progress, to make sure we can get access of some American funds. At the same time, we are doing some effort to fight against corruptions, to implement good governance so we can attract more American companies. We hope we're going to get there soon, so it will be good for both parties,
both countries,
United States and Congo,
and the DRC,
to have those investments, yes.
Good luck, Mr. Minister. Let me
Good luck
remind
and
everybody.
thank you to you.
Thank you, sir. Let me remind everybody that you are the spokesperson of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mr. Patrick Muyaya, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
sir.
so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay.
All right. And we
Thank you.
cut. If we
Bye.
can take some pictures. Mr.
Of
Have a
course,
seat.
yes.
Yeah. You're going to have a seat there.
Qui va prendre les photos?